Welcome to Module 3. Module 3 is where the rubber hits the road with this course. We'll take what we've been learning about understanding technical roles and technical candidates and create strategies around outreach and engaging with these candidates. In this class, we will cover how to create and use different searching methods to tailor search terms and define candidates, and also explore additional sources to find candidates. Sourcing candidates is a necessary part of our job as tech recruiters. For the majority of us, we will not be having to pore through piles of applications for our software engineer roles because candidates are not flocking to us. So that means we need to get out there and start hunting for great candidates. When creating our sourcing plan, we have multiple sourcing tools and candidate pools at our fingertips. First up, sourcing tools. Boolean. Boolean searches are based on a combination of and, or, and not to limit, broaden, or define our search. There are three key Boolean operators. And the more terms we combine in a search with and logic, the more specific our search string will be, and the fewer results we will retrieve. Or, the more or terms we combine, the more results we will retrieve. And not. Not excludes terms that might show up with the keywords we are seeking. Not logic excludes records from our search results. There's a key to the Boolean syntax. Some of those variables are the asterisk. The asterisk is kind of a wild card ending. Let's say you are looking for a recruiter or someone who does recruitment. You can cover both search terms by using the term recruit with an asterisk at the end. The asterisk translates to anything that may come after the first part of the word that is included, such as recruit. Quotation marks. Any words together within the quotation mark symbols will deliver only results that meet that exact combination. For example, recruitment manager. And last, the parentheses. Parentheses organizes phrases or combinations within your search string and keeps these phrases together within the same search term. So when we are building our Boolean search string, what do we need to do? First, describe the ideal candidate in plain English. Which keywords did you include? Which Boolean operators could you use? Then, take these keywords and create a search string. Let's say we're looking for a front-end engineer with experience with either AngularJS or Ember.js, who has experience with Node.js, and who also codes in Python and ideally has experience with mobile technology. What could this string look like? In this case, I would create front-end in quotation marks and then parentheses AngularJS or Ember.js and Python and mobile. Put this search string into LinkedIn. What do your results look like? What modifications can you make to the search string to get closer to the results you want? And then try again. Does this updated string provide better results? If only a dozen profiles show up, try expanding your search with more terms. If thousands show up, get more specific with your search string using the AND operator. Next up is the Xray Search. An Xray Search also leverages the search strings of Boolean, but is applied via a search engine to search any website you would like. Sites like Stack Overflow and GitHub have technical talent, but how can we most effectively search on them? We do that via Xray Search. Other sites for candidate searches include Stack Overflow, LinkedIn, Meetup.com, and GitHub. First up, let's start with Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a developer community where developers share their code and collaborate. They also have a recruiting and job board features. We want to find the user profiles of people who match our search. To do that, we include the term users in our search string. Second, in the Google or Bing search bar, type site:stackoverflow.com/users and then add your Boolean keywords and a location if you'd like to specify a location. For example, in a Google Chrome search bar, I would type site:stackoverflow.com/users in quotations front end in quotations Denver. Do note that the www is not included within this string. The search will deliver profiles on Stack Overflow that meets the search string you've included in your Xray terms. Now, let's walk through the Xray search string structure for the rest of the sites. Next up, LinkedIn. LinkedIn needs no introduction as we should all be very used to recruiting with this site. The great thing about using Xray with LinkedIn is that you can go in the side door to search users. It also helps to sidestep the search cap that LinkedIn instituted to help force you to buy a recruiter or sales license. String structure is site: LinkedIn.com space quotation mark the position space the skills that you're looking for, and then in quotations again, LinkedIn specific modules, in quotations location space asterisk city, end quotations. So for example, I would type in site: LinkedIn.com, in quotations engineer, space Java, space Hadoop, in quotations latest activity, and then in quotations location, space asterisk, space San Francisco Bay Area. To break it down a little further, let's talk about LinkedIn variables. These can include people you know, people also viewed, and latest activity. You can browse LinkedIn to discover additional variables to add to your search string. The asterisk within this string effectively works as a variable in the Boolean search. Entering the asterisk along with the location allows you to search areas included in the San Francisco Bay Area, even if the San Francisco Bay Area doesn't appear exactly in someone's profile. Next, let's look at Meetup.com. Meetup.com is a great site to search for people who have certain interests by looking at the member lists of groups centered around those interests. The search string structure for Xray Search within Meetup.com is site: URL, in parentheses the topic or keyword, in quotations member since, and then in title: location. So for example, I would type in site: meetup.com, parentheses Java, quotation marks member since, in title: Denver. And notice there's no space between in title, the colon, and Denver. Once you land on a profile, you can check out their interests and any additional information they've shared with their Meetup profile. With this information, you can triage information you found in LinkedIn and other resources to round out your understanding of this potential candidate. Last but not least, let's look at GitHub. GitHub is a useful way to see what, if any, code a potential candidate has shared. When LinkedIn profiles are very sparse, you can search the person's name in GitHub and find their profile, if they have one. From their profile, you will see what languages they primarily code in, or if they have side projects, you'll learn about what types of code they are interested in. The string structure for our Xray search on GitHub is site: URL, quotations location, parentheses keyword, straight up line keyword, tab.activity. So for example, I would type in site: github.com, quotation mark San Francisco, and then in the parentheses I would list the keywords I would be looking for. In this case, JavaScript, vertical line, and React.js in parentheses, and then tab.activity. Tab.activity will bring up the profile's activity page, showing you what code, languages, or projects the user has been sharing and contributing. Now that's finding candidates in the digital world. But most importantly, we need to think about in real life. Don't let all of your work with potential candidates be online. Get out into your communities and actually meet real-life candidates. And you can do this in several ways. First and foremost, local tech meetups. Sponsor an event or two to help support the local dev community. You can also host events at your office. Hosting brings potential candidates on site, which is a great opportunity to show off your company, the culture, and show you are committed to supporting the local developer community. When it comes to these events, actually show up. Not just once, but at least once a quarter, and become a known regular. Engineers appreciate the effort, especially when it's consistent. Go and learn about their work through listening to the presentations and how they speak about their challenges at work. Then, when these folks start looking for a new job, they will think of you first because they've had a chance to get to know you. Another great way to get in front of candidates is to attend tech conferences. Consider even being a sponsor to such an event. And again, show up and be present. You'll also learn more about the industry you recruit for, which benefits everyone you encounter through your work, from the candidates to the hiring managers, and especially yourself. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of in real life connections. It is a game changer. The key is to be there as a person, not as a recruiter with jobs to fill. They will smell it on you a mile away. Be curious, be yourself, be outgoing, and have a good time. Go to connect and learn, and you will be surprised what returns you will receive when you make this a consistent habit. Okay, we've made it through the sourcing class. There are multiple tools and candidate pools at our disposal. Try them all and see what works best for you in your region. Some things we've covered: how to perform Boolean and Xray searches to find potential candidates. We discussed the half dozen and counting websites where candidates can be found. And we closed with perhaps the most important and impactful sourcing resource of all: getting out into your community and making in-person, genuine connections with potential talent.